Parker. So I seen you sparring someone that I'm very familiar with in Shadeja Green. I mean, her fighting weight is 168, so we know she wasn't 168. You really held your own, and I was hoping you're pro, so you're making your debut. You're signed to Havoc Management, which is obviously Andre Rozier's company, which is starting to take off. He's signing a few people that I know. How are you? Good to meet you. And how does that work?
Oh man, she's a beast. I remember her from the amateurs, so it was great being able to catch up, and I try to hold my own. It's been about 4.5 years. A lot of people don't know I tore my ACL meniscus, so that took me out the game for a while, but now I'm back. I'm with Andre Rozier's team. I'm turning pro next year. I feel good. Gotta shake some rust off, but I'm back.
So what weight class will you be campaigning in?
Around light featherweight, so I'm hoping to be in the mid 120s for now, go a little lower.
And if you ever were to fight for a world title, that first title would be at which weight? Because I know you're just starting, so you'll probably gradually go down, or are you already telling me your fight weight will be around 122?
Yeah, I don't see myself going much lighter than that, so I see myself just fighting around the featherweight division.
So now you said you know Shadeja from the amateurs. Can you just give us your background? Let us know your experience level in the amateurs.
Yeah, 9-time national champion, 2-time world team member. I made the 2016 world team. A lot of people don't know, but then I tore my ACL, so that's when I kind of disappeared off the scene.
Damn, 9 nationals, that's a lot. That's a lot. Like, usually men that have 9 nationals are, picked up right away by a big company, so that's great for you.
Gary's always telling me, Gary Sparks, he's like, you should have turned pro, and hard-headed, I don't listen, but I'm here now and I'm ready to get this working.
So how old are you?
33.
Okay. So you're definitely, are you looking to fast track, or do you think that with your skill level there's no rush?
I'm in no rush, but I'll most likely go on the fast track. I've been doing this almost 20 years off and on, so I just need to get some rust off, and I'll be right back in it, ready to go with some of the top fighters soon.
Any names that you've been looking at in and around your division? I mean, I'm more familiar, obviously, with the 30s, the Amanda Serranos. Even though she fluctuates, she's fought at 26 and 22, as high as 30, but I'm not really familiar with too many big names out there. What do you think the big fight is?
I'm honestly not sure. I feel like I'm in a position not really to call anyone out, but I know I'm ready for it as the time comes. So right now I'm just looking to get in there, and then I'll do my research, see who's out there, because right now it's just about getting that dust off. It's literally day 2 after 4.5 years.
Well, I was going to ask, because I did see your first round was you were like very intense, and then you gradually slowed down the pace. I want to know since when you came back. So what gave you the itch? What made you get out of the house and say, this is what I need to be doing again?
This is my passion. This is what I do. Some people like to do this, but for us, it's a lifestyle. There's no walking away. I got a good maybe 4 years left in me, so I got to come and claim what's mine now.
So at 33, what's the support system like? Are you, because this is your full-time job, or do you part-time? I know it's harder for women to be full-time boxers, so just want to know your story and get it out there.
Yeah, I'm in a great position. I was medically retired from the military a few years ago, so now I'm taking a break from school and I'm just focusing on this full time. I feel like at this point I got one shot left to show I'm still here. I got it, I'm coming for it, so I just want to put everything into it and do it.
So what's your thoughts on the fact that obviously you're going to be debuting, but right now is kind of the right time. Women's boxing's at an all-time high. Almost every division in women's boxing is starting to get television time now.
Yeah, and that's the thing. A lot of women are getting great exposure because you have people like Clarissa Shields who just turned pro, and they're making the waves to show like, hey, we could fight too. So we got some girls like Sanisha Estrada, Marlene Esparza, Ava Knight. So there's some girls in the weight class I'll be fighting that I know of. So right now is the time to turn pro and hopefully get some televised bouts and show like, hey, we got it.
See, that's what I needed to know. So you think you're in Estrada's division when the time comes?
Oh yeah.
What did you think of her knockout with Mom?
I think it's sad. She's at a point in her career where she gets to make some decisions. So for her to go out there and fight someone who's not on that level, it's not good for women's boxing. So you got people like me who are back, so she'll have enough opponents to choose from.
Now let me ask you, your job is to fight, so you're just fighting. If you got an opponent across the corner from you that was 5-0, 5 KOs, are you gonna have your, I don't know, trainer resume check her, or would you just assume that she's as good as her resume says? Because that's what Estrada had, someone that allegedly was 5-0 with 5 KOs.
No, at this point in the game, you know who you're fighting. There's no fighters at that level who go in not knowing who they're fighting. So she knew the girl she was fighting. She may not have known all the details, but she knew this girl was not on her level based upon her background. It was within minutes after the fight that everybody was looking her up and knew. So there's no way she didn't know. And it's nothing against her. Her job is to fight. But at the same time, you're still in charge of your career. So you need to do your research and you do your due diligence and know what you're getting into.
Definitely. So, I guess I want to ask about your style, but before we go there, I want to ask, do you know Jessica McCaskill? Did you watch her unification for Undisputed with Cecilia Garekis?
Yeah, I saw it. Styles make fights, so I think that their styles gave a good competitive competition. And yeah, it was great. It was better than the Sanisha fight. That's for sure.
Where would you, I guess, for people that haven't seen you fight, where would you say, how would you, I guess, characterize your style? Is better said.
I'm a southpaw, so I'm a brawler boxer.
Southpaw, you're from New York?
I am from Brooklyn. I'm back, but yeah, I'm very aggressive. I don't let you breathe. So if your conditioning's not there, I'm not the person to fight. But I'll know how to fight long. I know how to give range. I know how to pop. I know how to stay and brawl. So I'm very versatile. You never know what I bring.
It did sound like you had some pop. I hope to see you again. No, honestly, and like I said, I know Shadeja is elusive. I know she's fast, and she's not in your division, so you definitely held your own. You were letting hands go, and I seen the aggression, and it was technical. It wasn't sloppy. Like, you're pretty straight with your shots, especially from the southpaw position. You shoot the straight left to the body and to the head very well. You were sticking to the jab. Is that something that you were just hearing in the corner, or is something, you know, the jab is just the jab and you were using it as much as possible?
The jab's the most important punch you can throw. It sets everything up. So me personally, I'm working on my jab so I can start setting up combinations, because I don't want to be that kind of fighter that's just throwing like 1 or 2 punches at a time. I want to get my combos together. So in order to do that, I got to establish a good jab. So I'm just focusing on getting a nice stiff jab and then that fast pop jab. It's not there yet, but it's coming along.
Now, the body work that you were doing today, obviously, again, Shadeja being bigger, was that something they were calling for in the corner, something you were seeing that was your opening, or you just like to attack the body?
I do, especially when you're going against someone bigger. You want to try to break them down. And it's nice not going against much lighter females, because I could really rip. Because she's solid, so when I rip, she's not even feeling it. So I can just go. So I'm working on changing levels, going from head to body, back down. So I got a lot of muscle memory, but I've forgotten a lot. So the more I do, the more I'm remembering and just working my levels.
So you said second day back or second week?
No, it's literally my second day back.
So no running, just all gym work?
Yeah, I have a gym back in Texas I've been training at, but we haven't really been doing a lot of boxing. It's an MMA gym.
Where are you from?
So I live in Texas, but I'll be coming out here to train.
So you already have a debut date? Because you're here already, like if you're in camp.
It's either going to be September 18th or the week after that. They just have to lock in the date, but it's going to be one of those weeks.
Okay, so you're essentially in camp.
No, I am in camp.
Okay.
I'm just diving in.
So you have family in New York, or you're like just...
Oh yeah, I got family in New York. I got family in Texas. So my support system between Texas and New York is strong and solid. So I'll be able to come out here and train whenever. I get my work in Texas in between. But as far as boxing, this is where my team's at. This is where I'll get the training camps in. And hopefully I can get a fight out here.
It's great to see you on your debut, traveling already for camp. So if you can, please give out any social media. And thank you for the time. And we look forward to continue watching your career develop.
Yeah, most definitely. You can catch me, Melissa Odessa Parker, on Instagram and Facebook. And that's really the only social media I got.
Thank you.
You have to like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/theboxingvoice. We have tons of exclusive, from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.